Very good morning to all of you friends. Welcome back guys after a long weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend. Very good morning to all of you friends. Now, in the welcome back guys after a long weekend. Costing. I hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend. Very good morning to all of you friends. Now, in the last, so guys, now in the today's session also, we'll be discussing up to more than approximately 4 to 5 practical questions. So I hope you guys are thorough with what we have discussed in the last session. So very good morning to all of you. So guys, now let's start with the next practical question of my study material. I request you guys to please download the material what I have provided, because few questions are not there in the material. So we are done with example number 1, example number 2, example number 3 of my material. So I'll be starting with example number 4 guys. So I request you guys to please download the material what I have provided. In the last class, we started with the service costing of transportation industry. We'll be discussing 2-3 more questions on transportation industry, guys. So please download the material. Poonam Sharma, I'll be addressing your query after 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th illustration. So whatever the doubts you have, I'll be discussing. So once I complete the explanation till example number 7, then only I'll be addressing your query, Poonam. Very good morning, Tanishka. So guys, now let's start with example number 4. That is Global Transport Limited charges rupees 90 per ton for its 6-ton truck lorry load from city A to city B. The charges for the return journey are 84 rupees per ton. No concession or reduction in these rates is made for any delivery of goods at intermediate station C. So there are 3 stations A, B and C. So we have to anyways prepare that diagram so that we can calculate the ton kilometers or something like that. In January 2020, the truck made 12 outward journey for city B with full load, out of which 2 were unloaded twice in the way at city C. Okay. So the truck made total 12 outward journey and the capacity is 6 tons. So total 72 tons were transported from city A. However, it is given that 2 tons were unloaded twice at city C. It means 4 tons were unloaded at city C, and thereafter from C to B only 68 tons were transported. The truck carried a load of 8 tons in its return journey for the 5 times, but was once caught by police and 1200 fine was paid. So this is an abnormal loss. It will not form part of operating cost sheet. For the remaining trips, the truck carried a full load that is of 6 tons, out of which all goods were unloaded. All goods on load were unloaded once at city C. But it returned without any load from city C to A. The distance is also given, that is A to C and city B is 140 and 300 kilometers respectively. Annual fixed cost and maintenance charges are given, that is 60,000 and 12,000 respectively. Running charges spent during January 2020 are 2944. So this is a variable cost. You are required to find out the cost per absolute ton kilometer and the profit for January 2020. So they are asking us to first calculate the cost per absolute ton kilometer, and thereafter we have to calculate the profit for the January, that is the revenue minus the cost. Now here in this question, the most of the part is relating to calculation of ton kilometer. So the most important part of this question is the calculation of ton kilometer. So guys, let's start with the calculation of ton kilometer. Again, we have to solve we have to make the calculation by presenting it in a diagrammatic way. So herein, the truck carries a load from city A to city B, and further there is an intermediate station, city C. So calculation of absolute ton kilometer. Now there are two stations A and B, and there is an intermediate station, city C. So the truck is going from A to C, sorry, and from city C to B. In the return journey also, the truck is going from B to C and then C to A. So this is the way you guys have to present the diagram. That is A to C and C to B, and then in return journey also it is going to C. So B to C and C to A. Now let's talk about first of all the tons that are transported from A to C and C to B. So in the onwards journey, they are saying that the truck has made total 12 outward journey with full load. So the capacity of the truck is how much? 6 tons. So total tons transported from A, the total tons that were loaded from station A is how much? 72 tons. That is total 12 outward journey into 6 tons, that is the capacity of the truck. So 72 tons were transported from city A. However, there is an intermediate station, city C, wherein 2 tons were unloaded twice in the way at city C. So it means what? 2 tons were unloaded twice at city C. It means what? Total 4 tons were unloaded at city C. So out of 72, 4 tons were unloaded at city C. It means what? From C to B, only 68 tons were transported. Now, let's talk about the return journey, wherein it is given that the truck carried a load of 8 tons in its return journey for 5 times. So, in the return journey, they are saying that for 5 times they carried the load of 8 tons. So it means what? 5 times into 8 tons, that is 40 tons were unloaded. 40 tons were loaded from city B to city C, and nothing was unloaded at city C in this case. So it means 40 tons were transported from B to A. So the truck made total 12 journey. Out of this, in return 5 journey, 8 tons were transported, and the remaining we are left out with 7 journeys in which they carried the full load, that is 42 tons. That is 6 tons capacity. So in the return 7 journey, they carried the full load that is of 6 tons. So from B to C, total 7 into 6, 42 tons were transported. But it is given that once the entire load was unloaded at city C, how many? Total 6 tons were unloaded at city C in one journey. So it means what? When talking about C to A, only 36 tons were transported. So the total tons transported from B to C is how much? 82 tons. And from C to A, how much? 76 tons. Now, if you guys have any doubts in this calculation, you guys can ask me. Waiting for your queries, guys. Okay, there is a query from Shweta Jain sir. How come 40 tons? See, in the return journey, for 5 times, they carried 8 tons. So B to C also 40 tons are going, and from C to A also 40 tons are going. But for the remaining journey, that is for remaining 7 times, because since the truck made total 12 outward journey, so 5 times they carried 8 tons, and for the remaining 7 journey, they were carrying 6 tons. So 40 and 42. This is how I got 40 and 42. But when talking about from C to A, they said that 6 tons were unloaded once at CTC. It means 40 tons are anyways transported, but here in the second, the remaining 7 trips, once 6 tons were unloaded at CTC, so it means C to A only 36 tons were transported. If you guys have any doubts, you guys can ask me. Waiting for your queries, guys. I've already explained, Shivam. I repeat again, the total journeys made by the truck is 12. That is 12 onwards and 12 return. When talking about onward journey, they carried the full load of 6 tons. So from A to C, 72 tons were transported. But it is said that, but it is given in the question that 4 tons were unloaded at CTC. It means from C to B, only 68 tons were transported. In the return journey, for 5 times they carried a load of 8 tons. So total 40 tons were transported from B to A. So since there is an intermediate station C, so B to C and C to A. But for the remaining journey, they carried the full load, of which once the entire load was unloaded at CTC. So that's why from B to C, 42 tons were transported, but from C to A, only 36 tons were transported. Now here in the distance is given, that is from city A to city C, it is 140 kilometers. And A to B, it is 300 kilometers. It means what? C to B, it will be 160 kilometers. So B to C again 160 kilometers and C to A 140 kilometers. Now our diagram is ready. We can easily calculate the absolute ton kilometer. Very good morning, Riya Jaiswal. Yes, Rajiv Kumar Das, I'll be showing the calculation separately. But yes, as you said, that 40 tons were transported direct to B to A. I do agree for the same, but I have presented it in a different way. The answer will be same. But since there is an intermediate station C, so for better understanding, I have explained in this way. So now, A to C, total 72 tons were transported for 140 kilometers. From C to B, 68 tons were transported for 160 kilometers. From B to C, 40 tons were transported for 160 kilometers. Sorry, 82 tons. And from C to A, 76 tons were transported for 140 kilometers. Let me get my calculator 1 second, guys. $4,470 ton kilometers. So if you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can ask me. The most of the part of the question is over. This is what the major part of the question was. That is the calculation of ton kilometer. So if you guys have any doubts, you guys can ask me. Very good, Hitesh Jain. Very good, Shivani. Very good, Akash Neel. So the calculation of ton kilometer is over. Now, since the question is asking us to calculate the cost per ton kilometer, so let's prepare the statement of cost. This is example number 4. So the same format. The fixed oblique standing cost, it is given that the annual fixed cost is 60,000. So the data is given annually. It means we have, and this is the monthly data. So we have to convert it in a month. So 60,000 divided by 12, that is 5,000. Next is variable cost or running cost. The variable cost or running cost is given in the question straight away, that is 2,944 for the month. And the next one is the maintenance cost. It is given in the question, that is again the yearly data is given. So 12,000 divided by 12, 1,000. So the total cost will be 5,000 plus 2,944 plus 1,000, that is 8,944. The total cost divided by ton kilometers as calculated, that is 44,720. So cost per ton kilometer. $0.2. Further, they are asking us to prepare the statement of profit also. So we will first figure out that how much revenue we have earned. So in the onward journey, they say that the fare, the global transport charges 90 rupees per ton for its 6-ton journey from A to B, and the charges for the return journey are 84 rupees per ton only. So when talking about onward journey, total 72 tons were transported. And further, it is given in the question that no concession or reduction in these rate is made for any delivery of goods at intermediate station C. So no discounts even though the goods are unloaded at CPC. So when talking about the onward journey, 72 tons were transported and the fare is 90 rupees. And in the return journey, total 82 tons were transported and the fare for the return journey is 84. So the total revenue will be 13 minus the total cost, that is 8,944. Now since we are calculating the profit, so we will be considering here the fine or penalty paid, that is the abnormal cost. So the final profit for the month 13,368 minus 8,944 minus 1,200. So 3,224. So this is the way you guys have to solve the question. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation, you guys can ask me. Waiting for your queries, guys. Very good, Hitesh. Very good, Madhuri. Very good, Manthanjali. Very good, Rafika. I request you guys to please copy the solution. Shivam, it is given in the question that in the onwards journey, total 72 tons were transported. So the fare is how much? Rupees 90. So 72 into 90 rupees per ton. And in the return journey, 82 tons were transported. And it is given clearly in the question that no concession will be given if certain goods are unloaded at CTC. So the full fare will be charged in the return journey also, that is 82 into 84. So this is how the revenue is calculated. So I request you guys to please copy the solution. Mr. Rashmin Kumar, even though certain goods are unloaded at City C, but since they are not giving concession, so this will be a part of revenue only. Yes, Rajiv Kumar Das, if the concession is given, then we will be making the separate calculation from B to C and C to A, further from A to C also separate calculation and C to B also separate calculation. Again, very important guys, the total tons that were transported from A to C were 72. However, certain goods were unloaded at City C, but since they are not giving any concession, so that part is to be ignored. Further, in the return journey also, total 82 tons were transported from City B, and they are saying that आप 1 ton transport करो, 10 ton transport करो, या कितना भी unloading करो at City C, no matters. The fare per ton will be 84 rupees per ton. So accordingly, I have made the calculation. Yes, Preeti. Madhuri, please read the question carefully. Rekha, if sir commercial ton kilometer is asked, then how to calculate? Very simple. 72 plus 68 plus 82 plus 76 divided by 4 into 300 plus 300, that is 600 kilometers. So this is the way. If the commercial ton kilometer is asked, then the average number of quantity transported into the total distance traveled, that is 300 in the onward and 300 in the return. So total 600 kilometers. Mr. Manoj Kumar Kale, the capacity of the truck is only 6 tons. That's why. Yes, Mantanjali, separate calculation will be made if there is any concession for station C. So guys, we are done with example number 4. Now we'll move towards example number 5. So I hope you guys are thorough with example number 4. So now let's start with example number 5 of my material. So let's start with example number 5. I was just checking the paper for this attempt. The similar question was asked in this exam, that is the exam that was on Friday. So I request you guys to please listen to what I'm explaining. So let's start with example number 5. The same question was asked in exams, but with different figures. That is, the paper was on Friday, I think, wherein yes, the similar question was there in this paper. That is on Friday. That was on Friday. So guys, let's start. The figures they have changed, but rest all everything was same. I have discussed the similar question in one of my previous lectures also. So I'm discussing this again. So a mineral is transported from two mines, that is A and B, and unloaded at plot in a railway station. Mine A is at a distance of 10 kilometers and mine B is at a distance of 15 kilometers from the railhead plot. A fleet of 5-ton carrying the capacity, a fleet of lorry of 5-ton carrying capacity is used for transportation of minerals from mine. Records reveal that the average speed of the lorry is 30 kilometers per hour when running and regularly take 10 minutes to unload at railhead. At mine A, loading time averages is 30 minutes per load, while at mine B, the loading time is on an average 20 minutes. So there are two mines, that is mine A and mine B. They do load the mineral from mine A and B, and they are transported to the railway station. When talking about the loading time, the mine A takes on an average 30 minutes to load the lorry, and mine B take on an average 20 minutes to load the lorry. But when talking about unloading, the unloading is done in 10 minutes in both the cases. That is from mine A, the lorry coming from mine A, and the lorry coming from mine B. The driver wages, depreciation, insurance, and taxes are found to cost 9 rupees 9 per hour. So herein the cost is given on the basis of per hour. So we have to calculate the total duration. Further, the fuel, oil, tire repairs and maintenance cost ₹1 20 paisa per kilometer. So again, in this question, we have to make two calculations, that is the total duration and plus the total distance traveled. Draw up a statement showing the cost per ton kilometer of carrying mineral from each mine. So guys, let's start. Since the cost is based on the number of kilometers plus the total duration of the entire operation, so we'll be first calculating the total duration. I'm discussing example number 5. Calculation of duration. Mine A and mine B. Since the question is asking us to draw up a statement showing the cost per ton kilometer of carrying mineral from each mine, so we have to make separate calculation from mine A and mine B. So now, when talking about the loading time, it takes on an average, at mine A, loading time takes on an average 30 minutes per load. So 30 minutes. And for mine B, it is given that 20 minutes per load. When talking about unloading time, it is given in the question that 10 minutes to unload at the railhead. So unloading time is 10 minutes in both the cases. Now the cost is based on the total duration. So the travel time will also be taken. So when talking about the travel time, it is given that the distance from mine A is 10 kilometer. We'll make the separate calculation of kilometer also, that is A and B. So when talking about the distance from mine A is how much kilometer? 10 kilometer, and that of mine B is 15 kilometers. So they are going 10 kilometers on onward and 10 kilometers on return. So total 20 kilometers. Similarly for B, they are going 15 kilometers onward and 15 kilometers return. So the total duration is 30 kilometers. Now very important guys, it is given that the that the lorry average speed is 30 kilometers per hour. The speed of the lorry is 30 kilometers per hour. So when talking about the travel time, the speed of the lorry is 30 kilometers per hour. So in case of mine B, we can say total 1 hour is the travel time in case of mine B. So we can say 60 minutes in aggregate for mine B. When talking about the travel time of A, it is given that 20 kilometers is the total distance from mine A and the speed is 30 kilometers per hour. So we can easily calculate the time, travel time, that is $60 minutes, they travel 30 kilometers. So for total 20 kilometers, how much time it will take? 40 minutes. I repeat again, the speed of the lorry is that they travel 30 kilometers per hour. So herein we can easily say that from mine B, they will take approx 1 hour because the speed is 30 kilometers per hour and the distance is also 30 kilometers per hour. So we can easily say from mine B, it will take total 60 minutes. But when talking about mine A, the distance is only 20 kilometers. So how much will be the time? Very simple. When talking about 30 kilometers, it takes 60 minutes. So for 20 kilometers, how much minutes? 40 minutes. So the total duration will be how much? 80 minutes and 90 minutes. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation, you guys can ask me. Waiting for your queries, guys. Vikas Bansal, please recheck your calculation. Herein the distance is 30 kilometers, so it will take 60 minutes. But herein in this case, the distance is only 20 kilometers. So the travel time will be approx 40 minutes. So when talking about the total duration of transportation plus loading and unloading, from mine A, it will be 80 minutes and from mine B, it will be 90 minutes. So now let's prepare the statement of cost. It is given that the driver wages, depreciation, insurance and taxes are found to cost rupees 9 per hour. So driver wages, depreciation, insurance, etc. is rupees 9 per hour. Again, the cost is given per hour. So we have to do the calculation. We will convert the minutes into hour and then we will multiply it by the cost. So 80 minutes divided by 60 into 9. So this will be rupees 12. This will be 13.5. That is total 90 minutes. We will convert it into hour, into the rate per hour, that is 9 rupees per hour. So this is the calculation of drivers' wages, depreciation, insurance, etc. Further, it is given that the fuel, oil, tire, repair and maintenance cost rupees 120 per kilometer. Fuel, that is rupees 1.2 per kilometer. So here in case of mine A, it is 20 kilometers, so 20 into 1.2. So this will be 24. And in case of mine B, it is 30 kilometers, so 30 into 1.2. So this will be 36. So the total cost will be 12 plus 24, that is 36. This will be 49.5. Further, we are asked to calculate the cost per ton kilometer. So calculation of ton kilometer, mine A and mine B. Can you guys help me out with how much ton kilometers for mine A and mine B? I'm waiting for your answers. I just want an answer from your end that how much ton kilometer will be from mine A and mine B. Waiting for your answers, guys. I have classified this as fixed cost and this is as variable cost and they are shown separately, my dear. Very good, Mantanjali. Can you guys help me out with the ton kilometer? How much will be the ton kilometer from mine A and mine B? I've got answer from Vikas Bansal. Your answer is correct. Prabhas Jain, I think your answer is correct. Let me check, Prabhas. Waiting for your answers. How much is the ton kilometer from mine A and mine B? I'm waiting for 10 kilometers. Not the final answer, Madhuri. I'm waiting for 10 kilometers. How much will be the 10 kilometers for mine A and mine B? Okay, I've got answer from Himanshu Gupta. Yes, Himanshu, your answer is correct. Mohammad Farad, incorrect answer. Yes, Manthanjali, how much is the 10 kilometer? Hitesh Jain, Madhuri, Yashashri. Vikas Bansal, I think I got your answer. I just want the final calculation, that is the calculation of ton kilometer. How much will be the ton kilometer from mine A and mine B? Himanshu Gupta, answer is correct. Vikas Bansal, your answer is correct. Okay, Shivani, now your answer is incorrect. Rekha, instead of checking that whether it is in study material or not, just tell me the answer. How much is the ton kilometer? Pooja, your answer is incorrect, my dear. I'm very much surprised that still people are not being able to calculate the ton kilometer. Shivani, incorrect answer. Himanshu Gupta, just tell me how much is the ton kilometer. That's it. Pooja, incorrect answer. Hitesh Jain, tell me the ton kilometer. There is one more Pooja. Pooja, your answer is incorrect. Rajiv Kumar Das, Mantanjali, Tanishka, waiting for your answers, guys. I've got correct answer only from Himanshu Gupta and Vikas Bansal. Prabhas Jain, incorrect answer, my dear. Pooja Dayaram, incorrect answer, my dear. Mantanjali, Tanishka, Hitesh Jain, Manoj Kumar, Afreen, Shivam, Rafika. Waiting for your answers, guys. Okay, Rajiv Kumar Das, I'm very much surprised your answer is incorrect. Prabhas Jain, incorrect answer. Ankit Gupta, correct answer. Shivani, correct answer. The copy paste question was asked in this attempt, that is May 2022. The same question was asked in exams, but with different figure. Rest all, the calculation of duration is the same, the calculation of ton kilometer is the same. And I'm very much surprised that still many students are not being able to calculate ton kilometer. The entire session, in the last session, I discussed this calculation in detail, and I'm very much surprised that many of you guys are not being able to calculate the ton kilometer. Yes, Tanishka, Ayush, waiting for your answers. Manoj Kumar Kale, your answer is correct. Mohammad Farad, your answer is incorrect. Rohit Joshi, your answer is incorrect. Hitesh Jain, waiting for your final answer, my dear. Dogra Shivani, your answer is incorrect. Hardly few students were able to make the correct calculation. Yes, Shivam, waiting for your answer, my dear. Mohammad Farad, your answer is incorrect. Rekha, waiting for your answer. Shweta Jain, I'm waiting for how much ton kilometer, that's it. Prabhas Jain, now your answer is correct. Yes, Pooja Krish. Yes, Pooja P.S. Your answer is correct now. So guys, now when talking about the calculation of 10 kilometer, the onwards journey is for 20 kilometers and the capacity of the vehicle is 5 tons. So 20 into 5, sorry, when talking about the onward journey, it is for 10 kilometers. So 10 into 5, and in the return journey, they are traveling for 10 kilometers, but the ton transported is 0. So the total 10 kilometers will be 50 ton kilometers. Similarly, in case of B also, they are carrying a load of 5 tons for 15 kilometers. However, in the return journey, again they are returning empty. So 0 ton into 15 kilometers. So the ton kilometer will be 75 ton kilometer. So 50 and 75 is the ton kilometer. So the final answer is 0.72 and 0.66. The similar question I asked in the previous session and I have explained in detail that this is the way you guys have to solve, but still many were not being able to solve the calculation of ton kilometer. Incorrect answer, Rekha. How come you got 4,000 ton kilometer, Manthanjali? Hitesh Jain, yes, your answer was correct. Ritika Verma, incorrect calculation. The same question was copy paste question, but with different figure was asked in this May 2022 attempt for 5 marks. And this just easy marks for you guys, but still I'm very much surprised that you guys are not able to calculate the 10 kilometer part. Hitesh Jain, correct answer. I request you guys to please copy the solution. Rajiv Kumar, I do expect a correct answer from your end. And if you remember in the last session, I have given you the explanation that what is the logic behind this 10 kilometers into 0. And further, you also elaborated it in detail. So I'm very much surprised with your answer, my dear. Apart from this disappointment also, Manthanjali, you have mentioned in the answer 10 kilometer for A is 4,000. So where is 4,000, Manthanjali? I do expect a correct answer from your end, Manthanjali. Ritika Verma, again you took 10 kilometers as 100 and 150. In fact, most of the students took 10 kilometers as 100 and 150. Now it is correct, 50 and 75. I request you guys to please copy the solution. In the question should be right cost per ton kilometer individually. See, Himanshu Gupta, just see the question. What the question is asking, that draw up a statement showing the cost per ton kilometer of carrying mineral from each mine. So you have to make separate calculation for A and B, Himanshu. Rekha, I hope this part is clear to you. Your answer was incorrect. That is 100 and 150. Ritika Verma, again your answer was incorrect. Rekha, Shweta, Pooja, Miss Shweta Jain, your answer was incorrect. You badly need a cup of coffee, Prabhas Jain. So guys, done with this question. Those who want to copy this calculation can please copy. Still you guys have any doubts in this part, you guys can ask me, else we'll start with the next question. Just giving you a minute time to copy the solution. Now your answer is correct, Ritika. So guys, now let's start with example number 6. That is, again, the same question is not there in the study material. So I request you guys to please refer example number 6 of my material. A company presently brings coal to its factory from a nearby yard, and the rate for transportation of coal from the yard located is 6 kilometers away to the factory is rupees 50 per ton. The total coal to be handled in a month is 24,000 tons. The company is considering the proposal to buy its own truck and has the option of buying either a 10-tonner truck or a 8-ton capacity truck. The following information is available, wherein the purchase price is given, the life of the vehicle is given, the scrap value is given, the kilometer per liter of diesel, that is the average is given, that is 3 kilometers and 4 kilometers per liter of diesel. The repairs and maintenance per truck is 60,000 and 48,000. Other fixed expenses are given. Lubricating and sundries per 100 kilometers is given. Each truck will make 5 trips to and fro on an average 24 days in a month. The cost of diesel is rupees 15 per liter. The salary of driver is 3,000 per month, and 2 drivers will be required for a truck. Other staff expenses are 1,08,000. Present a comparative cost sheet on the basis of the above data showing transport cost per ton of operating 10 and 8-ton trucks at full capacity utilization. Now see, there is a company and they are paying rupees 50 per ton to an outside agency for transportation of coal. They are currently hiring, for transportation, they are currently hiring they are currently paying rupees 50 per ton to an outside transport company. Now they are planning to buy their own truck for transportation. So they are just evaluating the proposal that is either to buy 10-ton trucks or 8-ton trucks, or continue with paying rupees 50 to an outside transporter. So now we have to figure out that which is the best approach. I've got few queries. Understood my mistake, sir. Can you explain the cost at last? I think I'm done with the question now. No load in the return journey is assumed. Rashmin Kumar, if they are saying that the truck has made so and so journeys, it means they are traveling with full load. So if no information is given, then we will assume that they are coming empty. Rekha, can you please explain me in detail what is your query? P. Mamata, I'm not getting what you are asking. So guys, let's start with example number 6. Now guys, herein in this question, in a particular month, total 24,000 tons are to be transported. Now guys, they have two options, either to buy 10-ton truck or 8-ton capacity truck. Monthly, there are 24,000 tons that are to be transported. Now they have two proposals, either to buy 10-ton trucks or 8-ton trucks. Further, it is given in the question that the truck is making on an average 5 trips in a day and they are working for 24 days in a month. Can you guys help me out that how many trucks we need of particular, that is 10 tons and 8 tons, how many trucks? Can you guys tell me that how many trucks are needed? कितने trucks खरीदने पड़ेंगे ये पूरे 24,000 tons transport करने के लिए of 10 tons and 8 tons? Can you help me out with it? Waiting for your answer. Let's see who answers first. I repeat again, in a month, total 24,000 tons transport करना है. Okay. Now we have two proposals, either to buy 10-ton trucks or 8-ton trucks. Further, it is given in the question that they are working for 24 days in a month, I think. They are working for 24 days in a month and they are making 5 trips in a day. So can you help me out with कि 10 tons के कितने ट्रक खरीदने कि 24,000 tons transport हो सके, या फिर 8 tons के कितने trucks buy करें कि total 24,000 tons transport हो सके? Can you help me out with the number of trucks? Waiting for your answers. I just want this session to be very interactive. So I'm waiting for your answer. Let's see who answers first. How many trucks we need to purchase of 10 tons or 8 tons to transport the entire 24,000 tons in a month? Waiting for your answers. Okay, I have got answer from Prabhas Jain. Prabhas Jain, your answer is incorrect. Kamlesh Chaudhary, your answer is incorrect. Rafika Memon, again your answer is incorrect. Still waiting for the correct answers. Hitesh Jain, I request you to please refresh your internet connection. Let me check. I don't think there are any connectivity issues from our end. Waiting for your answers. How many trucks we need of 10 tons and 8 tons to transport 24,000 tons. Okay, I've got answer from Himanshu Gupta. Incorrect answer, my dear. Shweta Jain, incorrect answer. Mohammad Farad, very good, but your answer is incorrect. Very good, Isha, but again your answer is... Let me check the answer, Isha Jaiswal. Okay, Isha, your answer is correct. So Isha was the first one. Sorry, I've got answer from Shweta Jain also. Sorry. I've got answer from Himanshu Gupta. So Himanshu, your answer was correct. Shweta Jain, your answer was correct. Mohammad Farad, your answer is incorrect. Isha Jaiswal, your answer is correct. Very good, Isha. Vikas Bansal, your answer is correct. Ankit Gupta, 100 trucks, impossible. Incorrect answer. Rafika Mehman, 2400 trucks, impossible. Answer is incorrect. Siddhappa Kamble, only 3 trucks, incorrect answer, my dear. Shivan Duria, you made a very small mistake. Please recheck your calculation. Your answer is incorrect. Alok Kumar Chaudhary, कंपनी बर्बाद हो जाएगा. Your answer is incorrect. Aniket Srivastav, very good. Your answer is correct. Ayush Agarwal, कंपनी बंद करना पड़ेगा. Better to take the outside transport agency only. Incorrect answer. Neha Verma, only 1 truck. How come? Just waiting for your explanation, Neha. Incorrect answer anyways. Vaishali Agarwal, your answer is correct. Mantanjali, again surprised, your answer is incorrect. Rashmin Kumar, very good, your answer is correct. Shweta Jain, your answer is correct. Rajiv Kumar, this time, very good, your answer is correct. Ashwini Shetty, correct answer. Tanishka, very good, correct answer. And a good morning to you, Tanishka. Hitesh Jain, incorrect answer, Hitesh Jain. Rekha, very good. I appreciate your efforts. Very good. In fact, your answer is correct, Rekha. You are improving a lot, Rekha. Rohit Joshi, correct answer. Rashmin Kumar, correct answer. Tanishka Agarwal, your answer was correct. Don't worry. Your answer is correct, Tanishka. Mantanjali, incorrect answer. Mohammad Farad, now your answer is correct. Preeti Panchal, correct answer. Shivani, incorrect answer. Sakshi, incorrect answer. Madhuri Nikhare, how come 2 trucks? Prabhas Jain, what is your answer? Waiting for your answers, Prabhas. Very good, Mantanjali. Now see, guys. Calculation of number of trucks required. $10 tons and 8 tons. Now, guys, the total tons to be transported is 24,000 in each case. Now, each truck make 5 outwards, 5 return journey. So 10 into 5. Every day, total 50 tons are transported. Since it is given in the question that the truck made on an average 5 trips in a day. So in short, in a day, 50 tons can be transported in a 10-tonner truck into 24 days in a month. So in a month, a particular truck can transfer how many tons? 50 into 24. That is, a truck can transport on an average 1200 tons in a month. and we need to transport 24,000. So 24,000 divided by 1200. So this will be 20 trucks. And similarly, in this case also, 8 tons into 5 into 24. 25 trucks. Yes, Preeti, your answer is correct. So we are done with the calculation of the trucks required. Now guys, let's start with the statement of cost. So let's start with the calculation part now. I know, Pooja, your answer was incorrect. Prabhas, Jain, you are late. I'm already done. Bantanjali, why you're not being able to answer? I'm surprised. Anyways, guys, let's start with the calculation part. That is example number 6. That is the statement of cost. The same format, fixed, oblique, standing cost. So herein the purchase price is given, that is 10 lakh, and the useful life is given, that is 5 years. There is no scrap value. So let's start with depreciation first of all. So 10 lakh divided by 5. Since these 24,000 tons are to be transported in a month, so we'll be calculating the depreciation for the month only into the number of trucks, that is 20. The cost purchase price is given, that is 10 lakh divided by 5. So 2 lakh is the yearly depreciation per truck divided by 12. So 16,666 is the depreciation for a particular truck. So into 20 truck. So it will be 3,33,333. Now for 8-tonner trucks, again the cost is given, that is 8,50,000. So 8,50,000 divided by 5 into 1 by 12 into 25 trucks. So the depreciation will be 8,50,000 divided by 5 divided by 12 into 25. So this will be 3,54,166. 3,54,166. So this is how the depreciation is calculated. Pooja, I think I missed your answer. I'm sorry. So the depreciation is done now. Kilometer per liter of diesel 3 and 4, repairs and maintenance will go in maintenance cost. Other fixed cost is 60,000 per annum. So other fixed cost is 60,000 per annum. So 60,000 divided by 12, that is 5,000. And 36,000 divided by 12. So this will be 3,000. Further, lubricating and sundries are variable. Each truck will make 5 trips, and for 24 days in a month, the diesel is cost is given. Now the salary is given and it is a fixed cost. So the salary is rupees 3,000 per month. And further it is given that 2 drivers will be required for a truck. So 3,000 into 20 into 2. So this will be 1,20,000. Further in this case, 3,000 into 25 into 2. So this will be 1,50,000. Further, other staff expenses are given, that is 1,08,000. This is yearly. So 1,08,000 divided by 12. So this will be 9,000 and 9,000. So this is all what about fixed cost. Next is variable cost or running cost. When talking about variable cost and running cost, it is given the diesel cost. And diesel cost is dependent upon the kilometers traveled. Okay, Pooja, I'll refer you as PS Pooja. Okay. Now, when talking about diesel cost, it is dependent upon the kilometers traveled. So calculation of kilometers. For 10 tons truck and 8 tons truck. So now I'm waiting for your answers. Let's see who can calculate the kilometers. Now this time I don't want any incorrect answer from your end. Each and every student should be able to answer it correctly. So I request you guys to please post your answer for the relating to calculation of kilometers for 10 tons and 8 tons. So waiting for your answers. Still waiting for the final answer. I have not received answers from any of the student. Hitesh Jain, waiting for your answer. If you have written 450 and 480, the answer is incorrect, Hitesh. Waiting for your answers, guys, that how many kilometers in case of 10-ton trucks and in case of 8-ton trucks? Yes, Tanya, Rajiv Kumar Das, P.S. Pooja, Shivani, Manoj Kumar, Mantanjali, Tanishka, Preeti Panchal, Shivani, Ritika Verma, waiting for your answers. How many kilometers in case of 10 tons and 8 tons? Rashmin Kumar, incorrect answer, my dear. Himanshu Gupta, I think your answer is correct. Very good, Himanshu. Vikas Bansal, correct answer. Aniket Srivastav, incorrect answer. Jyoti, your answer is incorrect. Mohammad Farad, incorrect answer. Mr. Aita, incorrect answers. Ashwini Shetty, incorrect answers. Mantanjali, incorrect answer. You guys are sleeping or what? I'm waiting for the correct answer. Quick. Rajiv Kumar Das, I'm waiting for your answer, dear. Mantanjali, your answer is incorrect. Isha Jaiswal, incorrect answer. Tanishka, incorrect answer. Okay, I have got answer from Nalini and your answer is, I think, correct. Prabhas Jain, I'm waiting for the kilometers. That is the calculation of kilometers. Tanishka Agarwal, incorrect answer. Alok Kumar Chaudhary, incorrect answer. I'm waiting for the kilometers, not 10 kilometers. P.S. Pooja, your answer is incorrect. It's just a very simple calculation. Rajiv Kumar Das, your answer is incorrect. Madhuri, just check the number of zeros. Isha Jaiswal, incorrect answer. Tanishka, your answer is incorrect, my dear. P.S. Pooja, again your answer is incorrect. Sneha Anand, now your answer is correct. Very good, Sneha. Ayush Agrawal, incorrect answer. Pooja Dayaram, incorrect answer. Shweta Jain, incorrect answer. Rohit Joshi, incorrect answer. It's just the simple calculation what I have taught you in the previous session. I think you guys have not revised what I have taught you guys in the previous session. Or you guys are not paying attention to what I'm teaching. Poonam Sharma, 12 kilometers only. Very good. Your answer is incorrect. Incorrect answer. Tanishwar Agrawal, again, very good. Your answer is incorrect. 12 kilometers. So what is the correct answer, Madhuri? Miss Vaishnavi, better answer what I am asking rather than asking some other questions. Vaishnavi, first answer what I am asking for. Prabhas Jain, incorrect answer. Aitha, incorrect answer. Now see, the distance is 6 kilometers onward. The distance is 6 kilometers onward plus 6 kilometers return. In a day, the truck will make 5 trips, 5 round trips. So into 5 trips, for how many days the truck is functioning? 24 days in a month. And total number of 10-ton trucks are how many? 20. Similarly, for 8 tons also, they are traveling for 6 kilometers in onward journey, return again 6 kilometers, plus 5 trips in a day, 24 days in a month, into total number of vehicles, 25. So this is 28,800 kilometers. And this is 12 into 5 into 24 into 25. So this is 36,000 kilometers. Very good, Madhuri. No worries, Tanishka. Prabhas Jain, now very good. Your answer is correct. Parmeet Kaur, Parampreet Kaur, your answer was correct. Manoj Kumar, correct answer. Ritika, correct answer. Rafika Memon, correct answer. Rajiv Kumar Das, when I'm talking about that, how much is the total number of kilometers? It means it should be the total number of kilometers. There is no explanation for a wrong answer. When I'm talking about the number of kilometers for 10 tons and 8 tons, you should answer it in a complete way that, sir, this much total number of kilometers for 10 tons and this much total number of kilometers for 8 tons. Anyways, guys, let's start with the calculation of diesel. When talking about this part, the total kilometer traveled is 28,800. And it is given that for every kilometer, for every liter, they travel 3 kilometers. So it means the average of the bus is how much? Average of the truck is how much? 3 kilometer per liter. So in short, the diesel consumed is how much? 9,600 9,600 liters in case of 10-tonner truck. And the cost of the diesel is given, that is rupees 15 per liter. So into 15. So this will be 1,44,000. Similarly, the distance traveled is 36,000 and the truck gives an average of 4 kilometer per liter into 15 liter rupees liter is the price. So 36,000 divided by 4. So total 9,000 liters of diesel is required for 8-tonner truck into 15 rupees the price, that is 1,35,000. Further, when talking about lubrication and sundries, it is given that it is for 100 kilometer, the cost is 20. So 28,800 divided by, for every 100 kilometers the cost is 20. So this is all what about lubrication and sundries. Now we are left out with only repairs and maintenance part, that is the maintenance cost. It is given 60,000 per truck per annum. So 60,000 divided by 12 into 20. So this will be 1 lakh. Further, in this case, 48,000 divided by 12 into 25. This will also be 1 lakh. So we'll get the total cost. If you guys have any doubts in this calculation part, you guys can ask me. Waiting for your queries, guys. No worries, Alok Kumar. Yes, Yashashri. Pooja Dayaram, I do expect correct answer from you. After putting up so much of effort, after discussing so many questions, I'm surprised you are not being able to calculate the kilometers or passenger kilometers, whatever it is. Okay, Madhuri, why I divided by 3? Because it is given that for every liter, the bus do travel for 3 kilometers. So when talking about 28,800 kilometers divided by 3, the quantity of diesel required is how much? 9,600 liters. And the rate of the diesel is rupees 15. So this is how I got 1,44,000. Thank you, Tanishka. Thank you, Madhuri. Prabhas Jain, please recheck your answer. Okay, you have mentioned 10 kilometers. It is not required only, Prabhas. Thank you so much, Vikas. Now, guys, we are out with the total cost of 10-tonner trucks and 8-ton trucks. Now, let's calculate the cost per ton. Now, guys, we are out with the rate of per ton. When talking about if we are hiring it from outside agency, they are charging rupees 50, that is given in the question. And further, if we are hiring 10-ton trucks, or per ton cost is 29.88, and if we are buying 8-ton trucks, then our cost is 31.6. So सबसे पहला point, outside agency का तो question ही खत्म हो जाता है, because they are charging rupees 50 per ton. So there is no question, we will not hire the outside agency for transportation. But when talking about 8 tons and 10-ton trucks, it is advisable to buy total 20 trucks having a capacity of 10 tons, because the price per ton, the transportation cost per ton is minimum if we buy 20 trucks of capacity 10 tons. So this is all what about this question. Similar question was asked in previous attempt. So that's why I have discussed this question in detail. So if you guys have any doubts in this calculation, you guys can ask me. Waiting for your queries, guys. PS Pooja, no worries. I do expect correct answer. See, I am trying my level best to make each and every student. I try my level best to make each and every student to understand the concept in detail. But if I'm not getting correct answer from your end, I do get disappointed with your answers. So guys, read the question carefully and then answer it properly. Shweta Jain, now see in this question, the rate for every ton is given. So we have calculated the rate that is charged by the outside supplier is given, that is rupees 50 per ton. So that's why I have calculated the cost per ton to make the things comparable. No worries, Tanishka, but I do expect a correct answer from your end. Anyone else having any doubts, queries, confusion in this question, please do post your queries. The question is very important and it was asked for approx 3 to 4 times in the previous 10 years. And the similar question was asked in exams in the last attempt, or I think before the last attempt. Further, I request you guys to solve all the question of practice manual plus the study material. It is more than sufficient, especially Rekha. No worries, Ria Jaiswal. You can check the lectures again over YouTube, and please take care of yourself, Ria. Yes, Prabhas. I request you guys to please copy the solution. And no need to say sorry. That's okay, Ria. Sneha, Anand, the entire calculation will be changed if they are asking for a yearly. I mean, the entire calculation will be changed. This is a part of the working note from here till here. This is a part of working note. And since the space is in constant, so that's why I have completed the statement here. Okay, Mohammad Farad. So the final statement is we have to purchase trucks, and that too also 10-ton trucks, because the cost per ton of transportation is minimum if we buy 10-ton trucks. Yes, Rajiv Kumar Das. Nidhi Parekh, don't worry, I'll be discussing this point separately. I assure you, don't worry, I'll be covering this point separately. Don't worry. No worries, Mantanjali. I do expect a correct answer from your end. Siddhappa, whatever the calculations you are making, whatever the necessary calculations you are making, present it in the form of working note. So herein, these working notes are must to score full marks in exams. Again, guys, any doubts in the calculation of kilometers? That's good, Tanishka. Thank you so much. See, Mantanjali, the question itself says that it is the cost is rupees 20 for 100 kilometers. It is given that in case of sundry, rupees 20 is the cost for 100 kilometers. So 28,800 divided by 100 into 20. Thank you so much, Mantanjali. No worries, Tanishka. Okay, Shweta Jain, sir, why we divided it by 5? So the cost of truck is 10 lakh and the useful life is 5 years. So 10 lakh divided by 5, 2,50,000 is the depreciation for an year, divided by 12. 16,666 is the depreciation for a month for a particular truck. into 20 trucks. So this is how I got the depreciation. Anyone else having any doubts? Just type it over Google IPCC practice manual costing. It's more than sufficient. Manoj Kumar, you will be able to find the practice manual. Rajiv Kumar Das, Ayush, Rekha, Mohammad Farad, Alok Kumar Chaudhary, Sneha, Nidhi Parikh, any other doubts? Prabhas Jain, PS Pooja, Madhuri, any doubts? No Sneha, Anant, the number of trucks will be the same. Rashmin Kumar, when talking about the to and fro means onwards and return journey. Madhuri, Ayush, Rajiv Kumar Das, any doubts? Ashwini Shetty, Ayush Agarwal, Hitesh Jain, Shivam. No worries, Ritika. I'm happy with your efforts. I just want that you should pay attention to the class, because why I'm repeating the things again and again, because I want each and every student who is attending my session should be thorough with the concept and they should be able to clear the exams. That's why I'm asking you more and more questions, because this time ICAI has provided 3 sessions on service costing, and this chapter is a bit on the trickier side. So that's why I'm asking you again and again the questions, so that you guys, by the end of my sessions, you guys can be thorough with the concepts. No worries, Pooja. Rajiv Kumar Das, I request you to refer study material plus the old practice manual. And apart from this, if you can arrange the scanner, then try to solve all the questions of scanner, that is the past examination questions. No worries, Ritika, that's completely okay. I do appreciate your efforts. Pooja, thank you so much, and I do appreciate your efforts, Pooja. Very good, Vikas Bansal. See, Madhuri, the meaning of trip depends upon question to question. So you have to read the question carefully while before starting with the solution. No worries, Ayush. That's good. Thank you so much. Question for you. In the meanwhile, in that break, you guys can solve this question. So let's say the tons to be transported annually is 1,44,000 Two options are available, 10 tonners and 6 tonners. Further, a truck can make 3 round trips in a day. Operate for 24 days in a month. You guys have to calculate the number of trucks required. In both the cases, that is 10 and 6, and the kilometers for 10 and 6. I request you guys to please take the screenshot wherein the distance is given 6 kilometers one way. So the ton to be transported annually is 1,44,000. The distance is 6 kilometers one way. Truck can make 3 round trips in a day, operate for 24 days in a month. The number of truck required, you have to calculate the number of truck required, and apart from this, the total distance, that is the kilometers, for 10 tons and 6 tons. So I request you guys to please take the screenshot. No worries, Shivani, I understand. So that's okay, completely okay. And I request you to please practice and try to read the question carefully so that you can answer correctly, Shivani. Thank you so much, Rashmin Kumar. Yes, round trip means to and fro. So guys, this is the question for you. Tons to be transported annually is 1,44,000. Distance is 6 kilometers one way. There are two types of truck. We can buy either 10 tons or 6 tons. Trucks can make 3 round trips in a day and operate for 24 days in a month. Number of trucks required, you have to calculate for 10 tons and 6 tons, and the distance you have to calculate in kilometers for 10 tons and 6 tons. So guys, let's take a break of 10 minutes and then I'll get back with the final answer of this question. So let's take a break of 10 minutes. So admin sir, are you there? Admin sir, are you there? Welcome back, guys. After a refreshing break, the break was not for you guys, but for me. And I appreciate your efforts that many students answered the question. But to be very frank, guys, there was a slight change in the question wherein this 1,44,000 was the tons to be transported annually. So few students thought that it's the same question what we discussed in calculation of kilometer is incorrect. Sorry, Akash Neel, your answer is correct, but partially correct, Akash Neel. And Shivani, very good. Dogra Shivani, your answer is correct. Poonam Sharma, your answer is correct. 0.66. It means what? We need 17 trucks. Shivani, your calculation is correct, Shivani. Mohammad Farad, I really appreciate your efforts. Thank you so much. Your answer is correct. Deepak Goyal, your answer is correct. Very good, Deepak. Shriya, your answer is correct. Very good, Shriya. But when talking about if the figure is like 16.66 truck, you have to make it 17. So very good, Shriya. I'm very happy. Preeti Panchal, again you mistook. Again, you didn't read the question carefully. It is 1,44,000 tons annually, not monthly. So your answer is incorrect, Preeti. Aitha, your answer is incorrect. Jyoti, very good. Your answer is correct. Pooja Dayaram, your answer is correct. Prabhas Jain, very good. Your answer is correct. Ankit Gupta, very good. Rafika Mehman, again, incorrect answer. Vaishnavi, very good. Your answer is partially no. Vaishnavi, your answer is incorrect. Hitesh Jain, please recheck your calculation. Your answer is incorrect. Nalini, very good. Your answer is correct. P.S. Pooja, very good. Your answer is correct. Vaishali Agarwal, incorrect answer. Madhuri, very good. Your answer is correct. Rajiv Kumar Das, again the same mistake what Hitesh Jain did, Preeti Panchal did. This is 1,44,000 annually, not monthly. This figure was given just to confuse you guys. I mean, I just want to check that who read the question carefully. Tanishka, incorrect answer, my dear. Nidhi, very good. Rashmin, very good, Rashmin. But yes, your calculation of kilometers is incorrect. Yashashri, very good. Nidhi, incorrect answer. Sorry. Very good, correct answer, Nidhi. Manthanjali, very good. Alok Kumar Chaudhary, very good. Now, this time, most of the students, I think there are two, Shivani. That's good, Prabhas Jain. So very good, guys. I really appreciate your efforts and thank you very much for answer. I mean, for your correct answer. In fact, I was very much tensed in the break that my students are getting what I'm teaching or not. But this time, yes, I appreciate your efforts and thank you so much for your correct answer, in fact. So guys, we are done with the transportation industry, that is the goods transportation industry or passenger transportation industry. Very good, Yashashri. Very good, Manthanjali. Very good, Rajiv. I request you guys, Rajiv, Preeti, Hitesh, to read the question carefully. Half of the work is done if you guys read the question carefully. Shweta, madam, Shweta Jain, your answer is incorrect. Manthanjali, very good. Now your answer is correct. So thank you so much, guys, for answering correctly. I was very much tense. So anyways, that's great, Prabhas Jain. So we are done with goods transportation and passenger transportation industry. I hope you guys are now thorough with the concept, how to calculate kilometers, how to calculate passenger kilometers. If in case of 10 kilometers, the truck is going onwards with full load and empty in return load. I hope you guys are thorough how to calculate 10 kilometers. So this is all what about transportation industry. Very good, Ritika. No worries, Mantanjali. The half of the work is done if you read the question carefully. So Rajiv Kumar Das, Hitesh Jain, Preeti Panchal, I hope now you have corrected your mistake. So guys, now let's proceed with the next part of the chapter. That is the airline industry, wherein I'll be discussing one question on airlines also. So we are done with the road transportation industry, wherein we discussed questions on passenger transportation and goods transportation. And I have covered all the concepts in detail. There is a query from Ritika Verma for illustration number 4 of study material. So Ritika, don't worry. In the next session, at the start itself, I'll be taking your query. So let's start with example number 7, a very easy question. And after this question, we'll wind up the session. There is one more session for service costing, wherein we'll discuss variety of the question, but the most important part was the goods transportation industry. So that's why I have covered the things in detail. So the remaining part are comparatively easier than the goods transportation industry. So let's start with example number 7, that is the airline industry. Further, those who want to take the screenshot can please take the screenshot. So let's start with example number 7. So in order to develop tourism, ABCL airline has been given permit to operate 3 flights in a week between city X and Y. Both the sides, the airline operate a single aircraft of 160 seats capacity. So the sitting capacity of the aircraft is 160 seats. The normal occupancy is estimated at 60% throughout the year for 52 weeks. The one-way fare is 7,200. Further, the costs are given, that is fuel cost is a variable cost. Food served on the board, commission, fixed cost is given separately. You have to calculate the net operating income per flight. A very easy question. So example number 7. We have to calculate the net operating income per flight, per trip. So the statement showing calculation of net operating income per flight. So since we have to calculate the net operating income, so we'll first take the revenue, wherein it is given that they do charge 7,200 per passenger for every flight. So 7,200 into the number of passenger traveling, wherein the sitting capacity is 160 passenger, and the normal occupancy is 60%. It means total 96 passengers are traveling. So the revenue per flight is 6,91,200. Since in this questions the costs are given as variable cost and fixed cost, so we will prepare the statement accordingly. So less all the variable cost. That is fuel cost, that is 96,000 per flight. Food is given, that is 120. So 125 into 96 passengers. Thereafter commission. $142,560. Sales minus variable cost, we call it as contribution. I'll be discussing this part in detail in marginal costing, but for your reference right now, less fixed cost. Landing charges is also given per flight. So 4,22,000. For your queries, guys. Thank you so much, Madhuri. It's all your efforts. Sir, Edwin sir, are there any connectivity issues from our end? Few students are mentioning that the video is buffering. Shivani, Pooja, from our end, sir, please check. Very good, Vikas Bansal. Very good, Prabhas Jain. Sir, please check. Sir, I think there are some connectivity issues from your end, sir, because many students are saying that the video is buffering. Please check, sir. I hope now I'm audible and visible to all. I hope the video is clear now. Please check, guys, and reply. No worries, Preeti. I understand. I know that few students will make this mistake that they will take the figure annually. So I purposely give an annual figure to check that who is actually reading the question carefully. Anyways, no worries. I do appreciate your efforts and thank you so much, Preeti. Am I audible and visible to all? Okay, so now it is okay. So guys, as far as this calculation is concerned, the revenue is given, that is 7,200 per flight. So we have calculated the total revenue. The fuel cost is given, the food is given, and the commission is 5% of this figure. That is 5% of 6,91,200. The total variable cost is 142,560. So the revenue minus variable cost, we call it as contribution. And thereafter the fixed cost is given. So it's a very straight away question, a very easy question. And it was once asked in exam of 5 marks. So it's a bonus marks for the students who appeared in that attempt. Anyways, still I suggest you to solve this question. Now further it is given in the question that the airline expects that the occupancy will increase to 108 passenger if the fare is reduced to 6720. Whether this proposal should be implemented or not. So if the fare is reduced to 6720, so again the revenue will be 6720, and since they are saying that the occupancy will increase to 108 passengers, so into 108, so 725760 less variable cost, that is fuel cost, will remain same as nothing is mentioned in the question. So 96,000. The food will be 125 into 108. The food cost will increase. $13,500, and the commission on this amount 725,760 into 5%, so 36288. The fixed cost will be the same, so I'm just writing fixed cost 4,22,000. So guys, we can see that if the fares are reduced to 6720, there is an increase in operating income by 157,972. There is an increase in operating income by 31,332. So the proposal should be implemented. That's it. This question is the easiest question. So the proposal should be implemented. We should reduce the fare. So guys, it's 9:30 now. The time is over. I wish I can teach you for more, half an hour, 45 minutes, but the time permits only till 9:30. So guys, now we are done with the transportation industry, wherein we discussed approx 6 questions. Apart from this, I gave you a few questions in the live session also, and I got the answers. So guys, I request you to solve all the questions of practice manual and study material relating to the transportation industry. I assure you, you guys will be able to solve all the questions now. As far as the other industry, that is hotel, hospital, IT, toll roads and all, I'll be discussing in the next session. So I request you guys to first solve the questions what I have discussed, and then solve all the questions of study material, and in the third phase, solve all the questions of the old practice manual. Try to solve each and every question in writing. And the saying is that the practice makes a man perfect. So the thing is, you have to practice a lot. You have to practice a lot to be expert in this chapter. So try to solve all the questions in writing. Those who are not being able to answer it correctly, no worries guys. If you practice a lot, you will be able to solve. एक और कबीरदास जी का दोहा, करत करत अभ्यास के जड़मती होत सुजान, रसरी आवत जात ते सिल पर परत निशान. It means what? The practice makes the man perfect. अगर एक पत्थर पे बार बार रस्सी घिसोगे तो पत्थर पे भी निशान पड़ जाएगा. So you guys are the scholar students. So try to solve all the question in writing. I assure you guys, you will be the master of this chapter. The concepts are very simple. Just follow the thumb rule. If they're asking for passenger kilometers or 10 kilometers, prepare the chart, prepare the diagram. So guys, thank you so much for your time and patience. Thank you so much for participating in the session. Thank you so much for answering all the, answering to the questions what I was asking. I understand few were not being able to answer, but don't worry guys. No need to be, feel to be depressed or to feel disappointed. You guys will be able to. अगर आप गिरोगे नहीं तो चलना कैसे सीखोगे? So guys, thank you so much. It was a great session and thank you so much for participation. God bless you guys. See you in the next session with one more, with the same chapter, that is service costing. I'll try to cover the remaining concepts of this chapter. Apart from this, Ritika Verma, illustration number 4, last point, I'll be discussing at the beginning of the session itself, that is relating to goods transportation industry. So thank you so much guys. God bless you. No worries, Yogita. Thank you so much, Madhuri. So take care, guys. See you day after tomorrow. Session concluded. हाँ जी सर, बराबर गया.